everybody. Happy Friday. It's so nice to see you. I decided to do this live stream because I haven't been able to do one all week. And then next week, I'm going to be making so many videos because we've got Moon Knight finale and then, of course, Doctor Strange. And I have so many videos planned for that. I'm going to be making them in advance and dropping them starting early Thursday. So lots of videos. And then also if there are any last minute trailers that drop as well. Although it's pretty crowded in front of Doctor Strange as is. So lots and lots and lots of coverage. So I wanted to, hey Vasily, thanks for joining. I was going to do a pre-Doctor Strange stream, but I can see that everybody's really trying to avoid spoilers. And I feel like it would be too difficult to have such a discussion without doing spoilers, or even hints of spoilers. Like you guys, don't ask me anything about Doctor Strange, please. I don't want to accidentally spoil it for anybody. But yeah, so lots of crazy stuff going on. And then also, what else? And then of course there's the box office. We're going to take a look at the box office. Hey, Lucas. But that's of course on Sunday. That's what we're going to do on Sunday on Movie Math. So you can ask me anything that you'd like about anything that doesn't have anything to do with a spoiler. That would be great. Hey, Tabitha. McDonald's. Oh, I'm so jealous. Eli says, can we talk about this Avatar trailer stunt? Sure, we can talk about that. I think that I can understand where they're coming from. But I always feel, it's going to leak. Pictures are going to leak. I always feel that you should release this stuff online. And if you want to see it in theaters, you can go and see it in theaters. It'll be, how many of you are seeing Doctor Strange 2 in 3D? So you're not even going to see it the way James Cameron intended it. They've got those 3D showings. I don't think that it'll drive box office whatsoever. Hey, Bryce. Hector says, how do you feel about Avatar making each movie its own standalone story? I feel like that I've never gotten Avatar. I like the ride, but I'm very curious to see how Avatar, if lightning can strike twice. And James Cameron has had such a wonderful career, but at the same time, hey DMNCK4, thanks for joining. But at the same time, he did such a bad job with Terminator. So I feel like that's, how can I trust him at this point? Somebody asked me here, what are my thoughts on the new Wanda clip, Trisha? The very end when she looks at the camera, I was like, that's great. But I don't know why they're showing so much stuff. I think people want to experience this in the theater. I just think you have to be really careful. I don't want to happen for people what happened. You don't want to, it happens for me because it's my job, but you don't want a situation like No Way Home where you're just waiting to see what you already know, right? And I think that that's a new problem for movies, and I'm not quite sure how it can be fixed. Brett says, what are your thoughts on Wicked being 2 films? I broke that story, so I'm so glad to see it confirmed the other day. I'm not familiar enough with Wicked for me to be like, oh, good idea, bad idea. But my biggest concern is the talent in front of him behind the camera. I don't think it's as strong as it should be. But let's see. Hey, Al Watch, welcome. AJ Jones says, what Disney Plus series should we watch prior to Doctor Strange? You gotta watch WandaVision. If you haven't seen WandaVision, a lot of this movie's not gonna hit. Especially as you can see from the clip that was the feature that was released today about Wanda. This is very much the sequel to WandaVision. So if you haven't seen WandaVision, none of that stuff's going to hit with you. And you're going to not understand some of the things that are supposed to be big reveals. So you really need to make sure that you've watched that. Oh, 1 second. My heater is going to come on. Let me just fix that. There's so much sun. I thought for sure that it wouldn't go on. It's on automatic. All right, I'm back. Lloyd says, I have not been binging Moon Knight. I haven't been watching Moon Knight. Can I binge the show? I got to tell you, to be honest, I don't know if Moon Knight is as good as a binge, to be honest with you. Like, Moon Knight has been so much more enjoyable for me watching it every morning with you guys when it drops an hour at a time. That has been a far more enjoyable experience than I had when I binged the 4 episodes. So I actually think that these shows it's better when you watch them the way you're supposed to, with fans, with the excitement, and although Loki, the other shows held up. I got to see some of Loki early. I still think they shouldn't have given us 4 episodes. I thought it was too many. But, watching with you guys at 3 in the morning, you're a little punchy because it's 3 a.m. It's fun. I mean, I really had a very nice time. Keith says, what do you think about Johnny Depp saying he would not return to Pirates of the Caribbean? I think he will. I think he's just very hurt. I think that a public apology from Disney and a truckload of cash, which he desperately needs, would probably seal the deal. What was somebody saying? Oh yeah, I agree. If you have time, I mean, you don't have a lot of time at this point, but if you're like, man, I'm just going to watch content until Doctor Strange 2, then I would consider watching not only WandaVision, but if you can watch What If, that would be, I think, helpful, particularly the first episode and the Doctor Strange episode. Ivan said, what are your thoughts on the We Crashed finale? We Crashed was such an amazing show. I just absolutely adored it, and I hope that it gets remembered during awards season, because I thought that both Jared Leto and Anne Hathaway did a phenomenal job. I learned so much about business. I loved it. Also, somebody sent me a comment that Loki is going to be filming soon. I'm pretty excited about that. I thought Loki to date, Loki's been my favorite Disney Plus show. How about you guys? What was your favorite Disney Plus show so far? Although I reserve the right to change my mind after I see the finale of Moon Knight. Brett, I think Lost City will go to Paramount Plus, but also I think it'll probably Paramount Plus and digital purchase. Oh, I see a lot of WandaVision. WandaVision was like second for me. But I really liked Loki. Oh, some Hawkeye love. Oh, that's nice. I don't see any Loki love. Oh, there's some. Juan is with me with Loki. Look at all the WandaVision love. That's so nice. This is going to be a great week. I think that people going to see Doctor Strange 2 to see what happens after WandaVision will be the most satisfied of the audience. So I'm very happy to see that so many of you are going in with that mindset, because I think you're going to enjoy the movie the most. Yeah, Denzel, that Ralph Boner thing was incredible that they did that. I still can't believe it. Lucas, I'm not sure when we're going to get a Frozen 3 announcement. I heard that they were going to do it, but I'm not quite sure what's taking so long. Oh, Steven, I've watched the first 6 episodes of Hacks, actually, and I did not particularly care for them. I thought that they're having a second season slump. I thought they actually ended up making Deborah Vance unlikable. Snivy Link says, so desperate for more DC content, I hope they drop the teasers for upcoming stuff soon. Yeah, I would think they would drop. Hey, Parker Dicker, that's an interesting name. So I think that I would like to see one of those trailers drop with Doctor Strange, maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week, but it's pretty crowded. I think they're going to be worried about getting overshadowed. I think there's a really nice spot between Doctor Strange and Top Gun Maverick. So I think they would be very happy to just drop their stuff there. Somebody said something I wanted to comment on. Blue Druid said, also seeing a lot of hate for America Chavez, which is unfortunate. I agree. That is really unfortunate. I have to say that this is the first time that I've seen Disney take a Marvel comic book character and mess it up. I think that America Chavez is cooler in the comics. And I think that they Disney channeled her, or Disney-fied the character, and I just don't think it works. I think a lot of what made America Chavez so popular was her Latina pride, and that she just, she looked like, she was very much like she came in from In the Heights. She had that kind of a look. And I think that's what people were hoping for. But they changed the character so fundamentally that I think that that took away a lot of what would have got her fans. Calicia, hey Calicia, thank you for joining. The Brendan V, I answered your Wicked thing a little bit earlier, or someone else asked it. I don't know if it'd be unfortunate if she was getting any problems because of her LGBT status, but I think that that's also another thing. In the comics, America Chavez is unapologetic and wears that proudly. But when you kind of take that off to the side, I think that just makes the character just not as exciting. I reserve judgment until I actually see her. But let's see. Trisha doesn't agree that she's getting hate. I can't make your comment show up. There it is. Because of I just feel people probably feel that she's taking up a lot of space in the movie. It could be used for other things. And that's always a problem. I talk a lot about the importance of studios and directors looking after their talent and their characters. And I think that is very, very important. And you have to really look at it from a fan perspective and say, how are fans going to feel about this character? And are they going to be happy that the character is there? Are they going to feel that that's time well spent? Something that's becoming a big part of watching Marvel content in particular is is there enough time? We look at the clock and we go, well, this is a moving scene, but look at the time it's taking, because we only have so much that can be done in the time that's allotted. So I think that they need to be very careful about that. Nicholas, I did watch Severance and I tweeted about it. I thought it was an incredible show. I'll definitely be reviewing season 2. Jason, what a sweet thing to say. I'm so happy that you're part of the BTT fam too. Lucas, Blue Beetle's already going to the big screen, and I think that there's a chance that Batgirl will as well, although I'm surprised they didn't announce it at CinemaCon. CinemaCon started so strong with Sony and Warner Brothers. Hey, Alex Ryan Music. But then everybody else just kind of was like, meh, same old, and it became headlineless. Headlineless! Oh, the Brendan V, I just said that I'm not particularly familiar with Wicked, so I can't really say if I think it's good to have one or two to have 2 movies, but I do have a lot of concern about the people who are making the film. I don't know if they have the ability to deliver. Trisha, I agree. I think there's a lot of hate towards Wanda because she's just so popular, which sucks. Why can't we have nice things? Wanda's so popular. Oh, I love Wanda. She's so great. Juan, we will definitely be watching episode 3 of Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, for Movie Club before Obi-Wan premieres. That is the May watch-along. And for those of you who are interested, if you're a BTT Movie Club member, if you care to upgrade for the month, on Saturday, tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, we're going to watch Army of Darkness. And the reason we're doing that is because I want to familiarize myself, and I think you do too, with Sam Raimi's style, because I want to be able to spot his classic shots in the movie and be like, oh yeah, that's classic Raimi. Oh, that's his flourish. He brought his style. So I think that's important. Owl Watch, I don't think your badge downgraded. You still have a bronze. World of Devon, I'm so glad that I think the crowd loved everything at ComicCon, at CinemaCon though. Hey, Masterword 648. By the way, speaking of conventions, I was surprised to see that ComicCon is going forward in 2022. And in fact, just the other day, they had the hotel lottery and no one really talked about it. Every time there's a hotel lottery, it has trended. But this year, no one discussed it. I'll be curious to see who presents at Comic-Con this year, because I think the studios have really gotten used to presenting themselves. So I'll be curious to see what Comic-Con is like this year. I'm really interested to see what happens. what was that question? Troy Sheets. I only watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but it's coming up when, like, the week after next. I'm so excited. It's going to be the best ever. Brett says, do you think Avatar can hit $3 billion with its September release? There's a generation now that hasn't seen it on the big screen. I don't know. I'd be surprised, quite frankly, if it hit $2 billion or even $1 billion, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, let's see how it looks. But I don't know. There are Avatar heads for sure. But I mean, it's coming out at a crowd. There's a lot more competition these days. And I think the pandemic has gotten people used to not seeing movies in theaters. My parents, for instance, are huge movie fans. They took me to the movies 2 to 3 times a weekend growing up. But they've really gotten used to not seeing movies in theaters. They don't want to go with crowds still because of the coronavirus. And it's not as fun to go, they feel, if they can't have snacks. And also people are a little bit more disruptive, and they're like, we don't mind waiting. And that's very scary, I think, for the movie business. And I think the movie business needs to work on that. Hey, Jaden. I hope you have a great weekend, too. Juan says, what are your thoughts on the Johnny and Amber case so far? I think Amber Heard finally got, I think Johnny Depp was looking for this Johnny Depp has been fighting the good fight for 5 years. And I think he finally might have accomplished what he was hoping to do. And so I'll be very curious to see what's next for him. I hope he lets it go after this and focuses on Johnny Depp. Because, the longer he holds on to this, the more damage he's allowing her to inflict on him. So I would really love to see him just focus on being healthy and getting a new movie. Let's see here. Michael, I am going to see the new Downton Abbey movie on the 13th or something. They've been having lots of screenings, but I was like, I can't see this till after Doctor Strange. I can't deal with it. Trisha says, I'm seeing Doctor Strange 2 in a Dolby Cinema and AMC on Thursday. Packed out theater, sold out. That's great. You're going to have a good time. Tyler says, birthday weekend. Happy to have a live today. Happy birthday, Tyler. I love birthday weekends. That's what my family does too. We have several days around the birthday to celebrate. Oh, Mika says, what are my thoughts on Fast X losing Justin Lin? Hey, Jason. I think that Vin Diesel just can't get along with nobody. Although Vin Diesel gets a lot of work. I just read that he was in something else, I was like, oh yeah, he's in Avatar. I was like, that Vin Diesel, he secured a place in cinema history no matter what. But he just can't get along with anyone. And I think that, after the problem with Dwayne Johnson, you could chalk that up to, 2 type A personalities butting heads. But once your director quits the movie to get away from you, I don't know. Maybe Vin Diesel asked him to leave. I don't know though, but Vin Diesel, the Fast and Furious movies do so well. So he delivers, but I think it's hard for him to get work in other places. Zachary says, Grace, why did Jurassic World tickets go on sale so early? It's not that early, actually. I guess a little early, but it's coming up pretty fast, which is surprising to me. I thought the last trailer should have hit a little harder than it did. I was surprised. But, it might be a little bit like Pixar and Disney animation trailers don't always do so great after the first one. But then the movie always does really well because people all go. Everyone's like, we're going, woohoo, we can't wait. So I think it should be fine. The Jurassic movies have consistently made $1 billion. So this one should as well, especially when it has the original 3 in it. So I hope so. I'm very excited for it. And there's great word about Top Gun. The Top Gun embargo lifts extremely early, by the way. Let me tell you when the Top Gun review embargo lifts on May 12th. That's nuts, man. M. Wade, I don't know how to use the super chat, even though this is my super chat. I don't have super chat. You have to you get 1 comment a month, but I actually don't use super chat because you guys are already, only members can comment and that's already a fee. I did turn on super thanks, but I don't know. I want to be careful. I don't want to ask you guys for too much too much, to contribute too much. Hey, Cosmic Owl. Hey, Joe Walker. Is there a little dollar sign, Troy? I didn't turn on super chats. Let's see. We will talk until 1:45. Was it Trisha? Those Kardashians. See, that's the way the world is. Calvin says, do you think the amount of leaks in the past 2 years and their incorrectness have some unrealistic expectations with fans? Always trusted you, though. Thank you. I think for the most part, leaks have been pretty consistent. I mean, I don't know where you're getting your information from. I mean, some people are definitely just putting out what people want to hear for clicks, especially when it comes to DC, which is unfortunate. But for the most part, things that tend not to be true are fan wishes. Like, that's what I think is, for the most part, what's true. Oh, look at all these big comments. Hey, Lazar. Let's see. Cole says, Grace, will seeing Wanda in DS2 be like a religious experience for a Wanda stan? Yes, it will. It's so much Wanda. So much Wanda. Archie, I'm glad you enjoyed We Crashed. Don't ask me any Doctor Strange questions. I get nervous. Let's see here. Hey, Owen. Hey, Salvador. Hey, Johnny. Let's see here. Brett says, any Marvel movie coming up that you feel will be the next No Way Home? I actually don't know about that. That's really interesting. Maybe the Fantastic Four. Or when the X-Men finally show up. No Way Home was really special. I can't believe Andrew Garfield's taking a break. No Spider-Man for us. Cherry, I will be doing a ton of videos when Doctor Strange comes out. How many videos do I have planned? Let me count them. I'm not going to tell you what they are because they're surprises. But I have, not counting the review and spoiler review, I have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe the week of, and then probably 2 the week after. Let's see. So lots of fun times, man. It's going to be so great. Steven, I do think they showed too much of the new Doctor Strange movie. Be really careful. Sean Turner, have a great time. Jodie Comer is so talented, you're going to have a great time. William, I haven't heard anything about X-Men or Fantastic Four recently. I mean, I know they were looking for casting, but I haven't heard anything. I mean, I'm amazed they've kept the Star Wars casting under wraps. They've cast the Ahsoka show. That means we've got an Ezra and we've got a Thrawn, but they have not, nobody knows. All the scoopers are trying to find out, and they have trying very aggressively, by the way, and nobody can find out. No one. I've even heard scoopers' sources, including my own, trying to find out so they can tell us, and no one can find out. So it'll probably be announced at Star Wars Celebration, which is pretty exciting. Maruna says, do you have any suggestions for how to avoid spoilers? For No Way Home, YouTube was suggesting in-theater videos with spoilery thumbnails on the main page. Yeah, starting on Thursday, stay off of all this stuff. Only you can click on my links. You can put me on notifications to get my videos, and you can just go directly to my page on YouTube. You can just do youtube.com/beyondthetrailer. But if you do browsing and stuff, yeah, I can't guarantee that you're not going to have this stuff show up. But I can't say it. I wouldn't be too worried about it. But I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to get in trouble. That's right, Lisa. Just be really careful. I'm going to be extremely careful with my thumbnails. I'm going to make sure I do everything. With the Harry Styles thing, that had been everywhere on social media, so I assumed that everybody had known it. And a lot of you are like, why, Grace, why? So I'm going to be really careful. I don't even know why everybody seems to I see other channels putting this stuff in the spoiler thumbnail, and it's tough. These are hashtag YouTube problems. Brett, the Batman 2 release date is a rumor. They have not said anything about that. Thank you, Maruna. TJ Williams, nothing on The Little Mermaid, but they did have the logo at CinemaCon, and it's the exact same logo from the animated movie. So I think that you're not going to get anything for The Little Mermaid, maybe around the holidays, maybe in front of Avatar. Oh, water and water. First you see these Avatar guys swimming around, then you see Ariel. That's where I would probably put it. I like that a lot, actually. That's where I would put it if I were Disney, because it's not coming out till next summer. So it's really far out. Let's see here. Lucas says, what animated show do you prefer, Bad Batch or What If? Ooh, I like What If a little better, but Bad Batch got really good towards the end. Like Bad Batch, I was kind of bored for a little bit in the middle, so I stopped watching. And then I had to catch up because I wanted to review the whole season. So I started watching it again. And then when I was able to binge the Bad Batch, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. So, and also, if I hadn't watched Bad Batch, I wouldn't have had as much fun watching Book of Boba Fett when Cade Vance or Cad Bane showed up. I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy. So silly. Sean, I do watch Julia. I think it's an amazing show. The Delicate Genius. What a great name. What do you think will be the first official mutant in the MCU? Did you read the crossover comic? No, I didn't read the crossover comic. I think the first official mutant in the MCU? I'm not sure. I haven't heard any mutants coming to the MCU. There's no word on any. I guess Deadpool, technically. But I haven't heard of anybody coming. I gotta say, do you guys want all the X-Men to look like the animated series? I don't know how I would feel about that. I mean, I loved the animated series. Loved it. But I don't know if I want that look today. It's like all black in the X-Men Bryan Singer movies. I don't want to do that anymore. But I don't want to, go too colorful either. Will they just look like they're dressed like all the other Marvel characters? Probably. We all shop at the same store, man. Trisha, I'm going to watch it. I watched The Offer last night, which was very good for anyone who's interested in Hollywood stuff. TJ Williams says, has Warner Brothers just forgotten about their planned Green Lantern HBO Max series? I suspect it's too expensive. That's why it's not happening. Hey, Jason. I think they're it's just too much money. I mean, look how few times Oscar Isaac turns into Moon Knight. Oh, that's funny, Troy. Blowouts for the X-Men. Everyone's going to have amazing hair. Although Wanda's gone with a tousled, towel-dried hair look for this movie. I'm like, Sam Raimi, did you not get the memo about amazing hair? Sam Raimi's like, what? That's not my style. And everyone's like, but it's Wanda's. Barbie, I'm very excited for Love, Victor coming to Disney+. I actually just watched the first episode last night of season 3 because I'm going to review it. Everybody was hooking up. Everybody! It was just 30 minutes of smooching. Let's see here. I was like, you guys got to have some story in here. Dana O'Leary says, Grace, do you know who the villain is in Ms. Marvel? I know a lot about Ms. Marvel. I've even seen some pictures, but I do not. In the Ms. Marvel show. I thought you were talking about the Marvels. Oh, in the series? Yes, I do know who the villain is in the Ms. Marvel series. Man, I hope people watch that show. I'm still unsure how I'm going to cover that and, Obi-Wan in the same day. I'm like, why? Why? Why do this to me? Sean says, when do you think we'll see Yelena again? The best part of Hawkeye. She was fantastic. She was so great. The amazing braid she had in the finale, I was like, that is everything. Ivan, Obi-Wan is only that one Friday. Then it moves back to Wednesday. So, And it's 2 episodes on the Friday. So I'm not sure if it's 4 or 6 episodes. If it's only 4, that's going to be ridiculous. Ridiculous! Maybe they'll solve a lot of my problems, though. What was I answering? I'm excited for She-Hulk, too. Oh, when do I think we'll see Elena again? Maybe in the Captain America 4 movie. That would be pretty great. Where is that movie? They should be making that. I don't know why it's not filming yet. Everyone thought it was filming, but he was actually talking about something else. You know what I want to see? I want to see Cate Blanchett in the Badlands. I heard a description of the footage that they showed at CinemaCon, and apparently she looks so cool. She's got this amazing wig, and she's firing a gun. I'm like, Cate Blanchett lives the best life. She always looks so great. All right, everybody, I'm excited. Just tell me the last thing. How many times are you seeing Doctor Strange 2 this coming weekend? Once, 3 times, 3 times. Oh, that's great. 10 times. That's amazing. King Louie, you're not going to go? $3 p.m. I got a couple once, maybe twice. Trisha, that's funny. Oh, Louie, I'm impressed. Ross, nice use of the hype emoji. Oh, that's great. 1,000,000 times. Oh, you guys are great. It's going to be a really fun weekend. By the way, just so you know, I'm sorry I can't do a ticket montage, and Movie Math is actually going to go up on Monday, but it's Mother's Day next Sunday. And so I will be spending it with my mom. So I will do the box office report the very next day. They better not release a goddamn trailer. All right, so we'll see what happens. All right, everybody. I loved talking to you as always. Have a wonderful weekend. And next week is going to be marvelous with Moon Knight and Doctor Strange 2 coming out. It's going to be great times. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.